sing some love ballads. I can sing some love ballads. Girl, you know I love you. No matter what you do, 'cause I love you. Baby, I'm thinking of you. Trying to be more of a man for you.
D, what do you think of that?
Thank you, D. Thank you, D. You know what I'm saying?
Solid 8 out of 10.
I appreciate that.
In studio today, 239 Uncensored Studios, episode 22. Brought to you by Becker Custom Builders, Jimmy P's Burgers More, My Florida Green, Ocean Glass Skin. Shout out to Megan, Maxwell Mortgage Team, Alda's Diner, and Patrick Dearborn. We decided today I'm going to do a nice quick show. We had a couple guests in mind, but one of them got caught up in a personal situation. So we said, you know what? Let's take it back like old times. Me and Larry really have not had time to just do our thing on the show. So definitely grateful for all the people that want to come on. We got some great guests lined up. We got a great show on Friday. Next week, I already got 2 guests booked. And then we got a big announcement coming too. We're going to take this thing on the road next week. But just me and Larry Love in the studio today. And, of course, Miss D holding it down, the ones and twos.
Man, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Just me and you.
You actually get to talk today. People say, we want more Larry Love.
Oh, man,
You've been kind of quiet between the hiccups and...
I know. Sometimes, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. So sometimes it's just better to listen, I'm pretty good at listening.
Are you?
Listening, observing, and paying attention.
Yeah, so what's going on? What's going on in Larry Love's life?
Oh, man.
People want to know. That's the number one question I guess. How's Larry doing? What's Larry up to? Same people, 95% of them have your phone number, by the way, but I don't know. I get asked.
I'm public. 202-600-0745.
Is that the DC number or the...
DC Larry, baby. As they call me, DC Larry. Not the DC Sniper, but DC Larry. But anyway, man, there's a lot of things new, But biggest thing with Larry, just being a father, trying to provide, trying to be a best friend, trying to be a brother, trying to be an uncle, trying to just always be the best person I can possibly be and be the best version of me. I don't know how to be anything else besides Larry Wilcoxon Sr. If I did, it wouldn't be right.
I thought you were Larry Love. You go by Larry Love now.
I am that, but I'm still who I am. It's what you answer to.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's always what you answer to. Because I've been called a whole bunch of other names. I never answered to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what you answer to. So, but yeah, man, like.
Life is good?
Life is good. Life is full of surprises. Life is life.
Mm-hmm.
I remember reading a book back in, I want to say it was around 2001, 2002. It was I'm trying to think of the lady name, but I know one of my colleagues, one of my former bosses, he patterned his life behind it. We both read the same book. Create your life you want to live. So, and that's what life is about. So you create the life that you want to live. Now, if you want to create a troublesome life, you're going to have a lot of trouble, problems, some stress, and so forth. And you try to create a very happy-going life, easy-free, stress-free life, and that's the type of life you're going to create and live. So
I don't think you'll ever be stress-free, but...
man, I'm stress-free.
You're stress-free?
Yeah.
Nothing keeps you up at night?
Nah, not people.
No?
I mean, I have a stressful moment. I can have a stressful moment. It's different.
I saw Dion said, he said he has his bad moments and bad days, but he only lets it up 15 minutes. He'll give it 15 minutes.
Because Dion know Christ.
And then move on.
Because when you know Christ, you know what the good book speaks of. You know what the Bible says. So it's like, that's your strength. That's when you really have that type of faith. Dion is a man of faith.
Yes,
and it's crazy because, we grew up pretty much, 30 miles apart.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I done met Dion numerous times, talked to him numerous times, went to the same university as well. But man, his faith is unwavering.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really rattles him. But again, you can have a moment,
Seen the reporters rattle him a little bit, but
a moment,
yeah.
but it don't carry on.
Mm-hmm.
You go back to that foundation you built on. You go back to that on Christ. You go back to them biblical principles. And that's from where your strength comes from. I mean, I know with me, and I see it also with him. It's like, if you fret, what's the use to pray? Tell me that. So it's like, but you could be hurt sometimes, so forth. But that's life again. That's just a moment. But other than that, man, we just getting ready for the holidays and so forth. Big shout out to President Trump.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
With that
big election just happened.
Yeah, with that good win.
Big win. Landslide.
No doubt.
You didn't see that one coming.
No, I did not. I always tell people, especially like just being out there pushing for him, working for him and everything else, like I always been afraid of white suburban women because they hate Trump.
Not personally, you were afraid of them for Trump's. you gotta clear that up.
Yes, yeah, let me clear that up. I was afraid of how they might vote against Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Because you hear so much bickering, so much other things they were saying. So, and it's a lot more of them than anything else. So yes, I was afraid, but apparently people were paying attention to the utility bills, grocery bills, everything else, all the other bills and so forth.
It's the economy, stupid. Yeah. As James Carville coined.
So that's where I think what really changed it. That immigration,
because the border.
When you think about Trump winning 1 out of every 3 minority vote.
Yeah, I think he won with Hispanic males too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want
black to get that males
number.
Double.
Well, he didn't win with black, but that number
he did win with black males.
He didn't get. I think he got 20-some%, which is 3 times as much.
What other Republican got it? Tell me.
I'm saying compared to
Kamala
still got more, but
every Democrat gonna get what they gonna get. I don't care nothing about that.
He took a bigger chunk than normal.
What other Republican president has done what he done?
Yes, I'm saying
so
that. So
we know what. This is the problem with the Republican Party now. You can't just get a grand slam every time. And I often tell them this. Out of 10, let's just get 2. I don't need 5. I don't need 7 because we're not going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I could go anywhere, any Democratic threshold. I'm getting 2 out of 10.
And you were a big part of that because you definitely campaiged hard for Trump.
Yeah, Milwaukee, on Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland.
Tell us a little bit about that and who was on the bus with you. Because you were on there for about a week, right?
Yeah, we was in Pennsylvania. Somewhere everywhere. The president of Black Conservative Federation, Deontay. Young man with a lot of vision, and he pushed forward on what he wanted to do. And it's just a small little pebble. It was.
How many people were on the bus?
I mean, at one time, because sometimes I flew and met them to different cities because we was all over the country. At one given time, probably about 6. But it was different people.
Kwame also, Kilpatrick, which is
Kwame came on the bus. Of course, America's favorite congressman, all congressmen in District 19, Congressman Byron Donalds was on the bus.
I think Trump would have won regardless, but out of all the people campaigning for now President Trump again, Congressman Donalds was really, really out there. Not only out there, but I think making an impact and bringing not only African-American voters, but younger voters.
What people agree? Oh, I strongly agree. Strongly agree. Anytime you're willing to put your neck up under the gauntlet, that speaks volumes because you know what's coming with it. I mean, you think about it. We in Philly. And Benny, Beans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know who are watching this know Benny or Benny Siegel. Those people
From The
was
Rock.
yeah, those people was rooting for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to another city, you find so many other those people in those type of environments, real lower socioeconomic areas, room for Trump. The thing is, you cannot be afraid of what's on the other side. The problem is, excuse me, with so many people that where they are, they're afraid of the backlash and they're afraid of what's on the other side. I could say, the county we in right now, Collier County. Let's just take Collier County. I'm going to show you an example. The REC don't campaign on the other side of 75. No, they stick to the west side of 75 and 41.
Mm-hmm.
So how could you expect to get the Hispanic, Black, Haitian vote if you're not willing to put in the work? You have to work. I'm a firm believer. If someone don't knock on your door and try to get your vote, why vote for them? Or why vote, period? Your vote is valuable. Sell it.
I remember, I don't know where you guys exactly went, but when Byron was running in 2020, you guys went somewhere, a rural area. And I remember you telling me that you guys were just there for hours and talking to the people, and they were just flattered and happy that someone was there actually speaking to them. I don't remember exactly where it was.
No, that wasn't 2020.
Huh?
That wasn't 2020.
Wasn't it 2020?
2020, because 2020 we was in that's District 19.
No, I know, but
you talking about like, that wasn't that.
Okay.
Now I could speak of a time, 2012.
No,
what you referring to?
No,
because 2020 we was running for the congressional seat, and so trying to get him elected.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was here from Marco, Fort Myers, Bonita, Estero,
mm-hmm.
Cape Coral. So that was that. So that was nothing real rural. Now in 2012, when
there's some rural areas
where
in Fort Myers,
where
not in that district,
where
not in that district,
where
is Fort Myers the whole district?
No, I say his district.
That's what I'm saying.
District 19.
I'm just saying in Fort Myers in general.
So what's rural in Fort Myers?
MLK.
That's not rural. That's not rural.
Okay.
Rural would be places like like in Immokalee or LaBelle, something like that.
I get definition might be different, but
it's very different.
But talking to people, places where normally a lot of people don't go out and campaign.
Of course, no one ever gonna campaign. And again, people don't campaign where there's no money.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to always change that.
Yeah, but you have an opportunity to get so many new voters too if you play it correctly.
Who you talking to?
I'm just the audience.
Because I know this.
I know.
This is what I do.
It's just not me and you, though,
Yeah,
we don't have that many listeners, but we have a few, so.
Like, I mean, example, like, I know in 2012, I ran for clerk of circuit court in Hendry County.
I remember that.
And we want to take an area in Harlem, in Cloister, Harlem, Florida.
Maybe that's what it was.
I was trying to tell you, but you don't.
I don't listen.
God gave us 2 ears.
You tell me that all the time.
One mouth.
Okay.
You got to listen sometime, my brother. I told you, I got you. I got you. I love you. I got you. Just slow up. Hold the tail while I hump the donkey.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. So being in Harlem is pretty much, if you got 100 people there, Harlem.
Was Byron with you at that time campaigning for you?
He came out.
I think that's the story. Okay, go ahead.
You tell the story. No, you go ahead. I'm going to let you tell the story.
Yours. Go
no,
ahead.
No. You tell the story.
Go ahead.
I get on my phone and listen to you.
You're on your phone all the time anyway. Go ahead, finish the story.
Nah. Listen, man, you interrupted while I'm trying to tell you. It's either I'm going to tell or you're going to tell. Like, let me know.
This is all the time, by the way, in phone conversations. And
gee whiz, Louise. I feel like Fred Sanford. It's the big one. I'm coming to join you.
All right, come on, tell the people the story.
Nah, man. But anyway, we out in Hendrick County. If we take Harlem, if Harlem had just 100 people out there, 98% of the people, 98 of the people would be registered a Democrat. So at that time, I was running as, of course, a Republican. I had another dude named Kevin running as a Republican to be the supervisor of the election, which we put Lucretia Strickland in jail, had her arrested for election integrity, fraud, and all that other type of stuff out of Hendrick County. Yes, they did that, and we had to pay the price. And the gentleman running for sheriff at the time, Mr. Chamberlain. So Chamberlain was a white guy. And we talking Harlem, all black. Chamberlain, a Republican. No Republican ever campaigned hard out there in Harlem. I'm black, Kevin black. We both Republicans. He white Republican. We go out there. I never believe in just excluding anybody. I don't care who you are. I'm going to talk to you. I want your vote. I need your vote. When the smoke cleared, I think I received probably about 32% of that vote out there in Harlem. Kevin received about the same, 33. But the white Republican, by running for sheriff, I think he received about 40%. And he spent way more time out there than I did. And even Kevin did. So what I'm saying is, you get out there and talk to the people and you put in that work, you can make a difference. And this is a pretty much 100% Democrat area. And they usually do block voting in Harlem, which I love block voting. That can change any election when they do block voting. That's what the churches used to do back in the 60s amongst blacks. It's strong. It's strong. So that's what made me really get so much more into the grassroots, because when you know the people, you can change it. I don't care who has the power. You get the people, you can change in any election. And the people right now, they still get it all twisted. Who has the most money? I could take, again, we could use Byron election. Byron didn't have the most money. But again, no one was going to outwork me on that ground.
Sure.
We had the people. The people was happy, glad to see, whatever. We won. You could take Cantor race in Virginia. He outraised, that gentleman. I can't think of the gentleman's name. He outraised him big time, over 4-1. He lost. We won. And a lot of more races are like that now. The presidential election.
I was going to say Kamala spent over $1 billion.
She spent $1 billion.
Yeah, and she's in debt. And Trump
don't
had
matter.
a surplus and spent less. So it just shows you probably managed the budget better.
So it's like,
money do you think Trump won because he ran a better campaign, or Kamala lost because she didn't run a good campaign, or
Kamala lost because she's Kamala. She was part of.
So she lost the election. Trump didn't win the election.
She lost the election just because she didn't have no plan.
None. Didn't answer any questions.
She was a part of the old regiment. So if I'm a part of a failing organization,
right,
and people ask me, what will I do different, or how can I take this thing to another, and I don't have no answer.
Say nothing. I wouldn't change anything on The View. That's when I think that's when she pretty much lost the election. And she goes on Brett Baer. He asked her 10 questions. You know how many she answered? None. She just didn't have a plan, and she had some momentum early on, and it just shows people, they don't care about the celebrities and all this stuff, the sound bites, how many ads you run. People are struggling, and they're voting with their wallet. Man, I went to the beach on Sunday. It was like a group of 15 young Hispanics. They were wearing Trump shirts, Trump hats. Can you imagine this 4 years ago? Because people see what's going on. They're opening their eyes and they're thinking for themselves. I don't want to say the Democrats don't want people thinking for that. I would never label an entire party like that, but You know, when I saw one of the head BLM guys, remember I called you the day of the election, and he said he came out and he's voting for Trump. He's had enough of the Democrat BS. I was like, wow. What are you pondering?
No, I'm just letting you talk because you already had interrupted me when you asked me a question. So I'm just letting you talk. I'm not pondering on anything.
I didn't interrupt you. I just added in.
You just cut me off, but I'm letting you go ahead. I'm not going to do that to you.
So speaking of which, big news. Looks like Marco Rubio is moving into the Trump cabinet, and a lot of speculation on who will replace him as senator, because that's appointed by the governor, if I'm not mistaken. And heard a lot of interesting names. I heard even one theory: could DeSantis appoint himself? He could make the lieutenant governor governor and appoint himself senator. Be a smart move. You know, you're gone in 2 years anyway. You can't run for another term. Come a Florida senator.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, and just
no comment.
It's fascinating. If that's what happened, there's a couple other names that I've heard, but that'll be interesting to watch. And it'll be interesting if Senator Scott becomes the majority leader. I mean, Florida's going to be represented very well.
That's a dogfight.
Yeah,
he's in a
What's the
dog
chances
fight.
you think? How would you handicap that race?
Senator Scott is a winner.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs time. I don't think he had enough time. It's going to be, man, Mitch still got his hand. He's still ruling with an iron sword.
The old guard.
Yeah. Man, when a person be loyal to some people, especially up there in D.C., I don't know. It's going to be tough. I'm pulling for Rick Scott. I think he's the best.
Yeah, we love
I think I mean, not even the fact that I just love him as a man, but getting the job done, this man gets the job done.
Oh.
And so I hope he can pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing's going to play out.
It's going to be an interesting couple of years with the Republicans holding, the House and the Senate. And if you can get Senator Scott, majority leader, I think a lot will get accomplished, at least for the next 2 years.
A lot supposed to get accomplished.
Should get accomplished, yeah.
It should. Democrats was in the same situation before, and they didn't do
it. Yeah. Well, leadership. I mean, they have the right leadership.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Speaking of tough, Florida State's 1-9. Someone said Patrick Dearborn and Larry, you haven't seen any stories talking about Florida State wearing the scarlet and gold. What's going on over there?
First of all, we don't wear scarlet.
What is it?
It's garnet.
Garnet, scarlet.
Nah. We don't wear scarlet. That's like wearing crimson and all them other crazy colors.
Okay, but you haven't worn it in a while. What's going on here? It's not a Florida State shirt, though.
I just had on a Florida State shirt.
Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't post it.
Because I didn't.
Oh, when they're winning, yes, you post when they win.
Nah, man, you tripping. Because I probably was at a game or something. That's what it was. I probably was at a game. But, man, listen, I'm stylish. So it's like, you just been catching me when I'm just, when I'm fly.
Should have been seeing you almost every day. I haven't seen you anymore.
Well, I don't care who tell it, long as it get told.
No?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I've seen you more in the last month than I have in the last 10 years. So,
again, my mama always told me, son, I don't care who tell it, as long as it get told.
You're not going to answer the question, though.
What's the question?
What's going on over there in Tallahassee?
I'm very familiar with this. They making excuses for other people.
Yeah, they're firing coordinators, right?
How in the hell you get rid of Ron Douglas? First of all, he is Florida State. For two, it's not his fault them receivers dropping 1 million balls.
Well, he is the receivers coach.
He is the receivers coach. When the balls hitting the receivers in the hands, it's their job.
He's not coaching them up correctly. I don't know. I think
it's not coaching them up.
I'm just someone's gonna get
hell, Norvell didn't coach that team last year. The boys just was playing. They were just balling. That's almost like that one team at
Miami with Coker. Is that what you're gonna say? That just ran itself. Ed Reed ran the team.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You could take Tampa Bay team
with Brady.
Nah, Gruden. That was Dungy team. Everything was in play. Them boys just did that. Derek Brooks was.
Well, he gave the offense the spark it needed. The offense was horrible under Dungy.
Come on,
Brad
dude,
Johnson, I think, broke the single season Bucks record for passing yards.
Man, come on. I could have broke that.
Man. Point is, John Gruden got him over the hump. You telling me John Gruden didn't have any...
You sitting up there telling lies.
He didn't have any part in helping them win the Super Bowl.
Hell no.
Well, they couldn't do it before.
Green Bay stood in their way. They barely... When they got that home field advantage, they beat Green Bay.
They couldn't get past Philly, Green Bay. They couldn't get past anybody.
Philly was a slouch. Philly went to 5 straight NFC championship games.
When Gruden got there, I get that. But
so
when Gruden got there,
Philly changed their team. And then they finally got past Green Bay. Gruden can't win nothing, man. What have he won?
They won a Super Bowl
with somebody else's team.
I mean that you can
with somebody else's team. I could have coached that team.
Well,
I could have coached that team.
Dungy didn't win one there, so you can say what you want about Dungy, and I love Tony Dungy, but he couldn't get him over the hump. Now, he could maybe if he hired a better offensive coordinator. He struggled picking good coordinators. But
you the same dude that's still rooting for the 49ers, and they haven't won none since I probably was in middle school.
You were in middle school in 1994?
It don't even matter. It don't even matter. Close.
Yeah,
close.
But it's a bad football year for you, though, between the Dallas Cowboys and Florida State.
Listen, it be that way sometimes. The thing about it is, we always rise up. We always rise up, baby. You know,
Cowboys don't.
I don't know how. Listen, you know what? I need to go see Jerry. I need to go talk to Jerry. If I go up there to Tallahassee, matter of fact, I'll be in Tallahassee Friday. So
now that's one place where coaching changes do need to be made.
Well,
Dallas. You can't tell me you can hold on to Mike McCarthy.
Jerry Jones need to take back seat and just let people coach.
I think he's done that, but
I don't think he's done that.
I think he's been actually too patient. He's been the opposite Jerry Jones he's hung on to.
Man, matter of fact, get off my teams. What about your 49ers? What y'all doing?
They won.
What y'all doing, though?
Yeah, well, we got McCaffrey back. We're about to go on a run.
You won't bet that.
What do you want to bet? What's the bet?
What type of run y'all going to go on?
Make the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
Playoffs? That's what you're talking about? Playoffs?
I mean, I didn't say Super Bowl run, but
this man.
I know.
See, that's the difference from a winner and a loser.
Sure,
y'all hear a loser? You hear a loser mentality?
Last 3
all they
want to
do is make
games.
A loser only want to make the playoffs. I don't even talk about just making the playoffs. Well, I'm talking about
the Cowboys. What do you want the bet to be? The Cowboys won't make the playoffs.
Listen,
so
I'm talking
you have
about your mentality. You don't have a winning mentality.
We'll get in the playoffs and we'll see what happens. You never know what's going to happen.
You got to have a winning mentality.
What bet do you want to make?
So, that's why people be looking. That's why people are so happy and looking down on Florida State right now, because we don't think about just going 8-3, 7-5, or whatever.
You're going 1-10.
We think about winning it all.
Well,
we don't think about just getting there. We be wanting chips.
You've won one championship in the last 30 years.
You gonna sit up
20 years.
You gonna sit up and tell a lie.
Jameis Winston, and then before then what?
In the last 20 years?
In the last 25 years.
We got two.
You better be careful how you answer.
We have 2 championships in the last 25 years.
99 and
you better believe it, baby. So, that's what we do. That's what we do in Tallahassee.
So 1 in 24.
We win. Like DJ Khaled. All we do is win, win, win.
I don't know if one championship in 24 years is.
What has Miami done? Miami haven't never, since y'all been in the ACC, y'all haven't won nothing. Not a championship, not nothing. And you might not even win it this year when all the chips down.
That's a lie.
Okay. I will win it then. Win it. Make me a liar. Win it.
We'll definitely win the ACC.
Win it.
We will. I think we're just about clinched it. So
you still got to pay. You still have to play. Y'all are beatable. Y'all supposed to already have 5 losses.
Well, supposed to.
Y'all supposed to have 5 losses.
Y'all
are exposed. Y'all are exposed.
Well, we'll see.
Y'all are exposed.
Well, who do you think's gonna be? Who do you think the 2 best teams are in the NFL if you have to pick a Super Bowl matchup right now?
Well, 2 of the best teams. I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go 3 best teams. Say what they want to say, because I'm not going by the record. Them Ravens, that's the team to beat.
It's not the Kansas City's the team to beat. You're the Super Bowl champion. Can't get it done in the playoffs so far.
He got a. Oh,
What?
you know what? This is what
I
I
love
did.
Lamar,
This is
but
what
I'm
I
just
did.
being real.
Man, Baltimore Ravens is the team to beat. They got a very strong run game. They got a great play action going. That defense playing stellar football. That's the team to beat.
Kansas City's the team to beat. They're the champion, and they're undefeated. Not saying they're the best team, but
you remember when New England? You remember when New England went undefeated?
I get it, but
you don't
beats
get it.
Kansas City in the playoffs.
You remember New England went undefeated? They thought, oh, New England gonna run the table, and they lost.
Okay, but Kansas City's not only the defending Super Bowl champion, but they're undefeated. So that's why I'm saying that.
Man, forget that.
Who's the best team in the NFC?
I don't even want to say this. I don't even want to say it because I know that dude out of Bonita Springs be watching, and he'll probably record and be like, "It came out of your mouth, Larry."
Give the Lions some credit. Give some credit for him.
Well, listen, I got to go ahead and give Jesse team his due because this dude is diehard Lions.
He is. Shout out to Jesse and congrats
shout
on
out,
the win.
Man. I'm so glad you're winning. So
Jesse's had a good couple weeks.
Jesse probably gonna record this clip and probably put it in my Instagram DM like Larry said it.
I when he posted the victory speech, I said, yeah, but I can't. I thought after they lost Hutchinson, they would slow down a little bit, but that offense is just on another level right now.
But let me tell you something though.
Ugly though against the Texans.
No. Nobody's not giving this team no credit.
Green Bay
gonna come together when they gonna come together.
Philly.
Nope.
NFC. You're gonna throw out something wild.
Okay. Them purple eaters.
Sam Darnold's coming back down to earth. That's the difference there. You're gonna bet Sam Darnold in the playoffs.
Minnesota is playing some good ball. They controlling the ball.
Yeah, but Sam Darnold's starting to get exposed.
Okay, whatever you want to say. I'm just telling you what they're doing right now. They playing some good football.
They won't win one.
They able to run the ball. When you're able to run the ball, control that clock.
They're the third best team in the division.
Just watch.
Okay.
That's the same thing Green Bay did last year. People didn't see Green Bay coming.
Yeah, we took care of them in the playoffs. That's okay.
Did y'all win the Super Bowl?
Should have. It was rigged.
Should have. If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk.
Just like you were saying, Miami should have 5 losses. I'm telling you.
If was a fifth.
Patrick Mahomes found a way to win with the help of the Zebras. But,
That's a lie. That's a lie.
I think everyone else
That's a lie, Craig. That's a lie, Craig.
Speaking of top 5 hood movies all time, I see that's been on the internet being debated a lot. Is Friday a hood movie?
No.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
It's a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about, again, I have an old soul. I'm an old guy. So I got to take it back. We're going to start with the Mac. You want the money. You can keep the honey. So the Mac, you ain't never seen the Mac with Goldie. That's what Snoop Dogg got a lot of his lines from. So I take the Mac. I'm going to start with Superfly. I'm going to go with Shaft. New Jack City.
Hold on. Shaft was a show, wasn't it?
But look what how it transformed and everything else. But it was a movie. It was a movie. They turned it into a movie.
Everyone considered Shaft.
Tiger Woo. You know Tiger Woo. That part was so funny. Ooh, Tiger Woo. So I got to go with New Jack City because when I think about New Jack City,
cancel that.
It changed America of what was going on, the landscape, because crack just decimated every part of inner city America. It just did something. And I saw firsthand. So, and then I felt menace to society. I felt it. Like, that was real. So you seen everything about cats, got scholarships, you got cats back, teenage pregnancy, you got people trying to get out of the hood because it's so bad. You seen the dude with his father was talking about religion, whatever makes him a better man. So
Tupac was supposed to play that role.
So those was my top 5, where it's like you really see what's going on in those areas. A lot of other stuff.
Boys in the Hood's got, to me, so Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood are close, but I think Boys in the Hood was maybe a more well done. Menace to Society was a little more raw version, but I think John Singleton was able to bring Boys to the Hood, a little bit better together. So they're extremely close, similar movies to the same area. So
Yeah.
I think Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, you start there. Um, Paid in Full, I think, is an absolutely underrated, not just a hood movie, but
It
movie
told a
all
true
time.
story,
True
pretty much
story, yeah,
about,
very loose. Alpo and
yeah.
Rich Porter, AZ. Um, you got South Central would be
Deuce.
Deuce.
OG Bobby Johnson.
I'm
That's
what is
that's my son.
yeah.
Listen,
The
now one
potato.
thing about that movie right there, that's one part that I wish,
Uplifting.
yes, that if you just had everybody from every inner city in the United States of America, if they just can play that in the sky and everybody see it,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what a father's supposed to do. I don't care how much of a killer you are.
Take care of your.
I'm gonna look you in the face. You gotta kill me. That's my son. Me and
OG
you,
Bobby
we
Johnson.
both grew up on the streets. He have a chance. So if you're gonna do something, take my life. That part was so, and I think that went over a lot of people's head, even with New Jack City, because now like my whole mindset, I look at movies and I depict them so differently. Because when New Jack City was going off, they was talking about the script. They were like, "There's a Nino Brown in every city," and the thing about, the thing about Black culture, we always glamorize winners, and we make fun of the losers. So long as somebody winning, it's okay. So we glamorize the drug dealers. Like Nino was glamorized in every hood. That movie right there. But Nino got killed at the end. So, but look what Nino did to the places I grew up in. It decimated it. You couldn't even walk down the street. You getting robbed, getting your stuff snatched, you getting beat, you getting raped, everything. Because crack just did that to people. So, and in the hood, it's like, this is how it really works. And I wish it was an officer on the show because they could testify. You can never, in the hood, we don't glamorize thieves. You can't be a thief and come around in the hood. You just can't. You can't be a rapist coming around in the hood. You can't be a liar coming around in the hood. But it's crazy because there's no honor in that. Reverse it. We honor the person who least getting out there to hustle, to provide. We give you honor. We give an honor to a person, even depending on how they kill somebody. Like, cause some people say, man, that dude deserved to get whacked for what he done. Because if you rape somebody or whatever, and you came in the hood, you get dealt with. That's just what it is.
Right.
You can't even show your face. That's why it's like that in prison and jails. Somebody do something, you go in there, man, it's over with for you. You're not coming out. So it's different, man. Like, we really got codes. That's why, like, I could go to any hood. I go to a lot of hoods all across America, but most of the time I know people. Like, I think one of my most fearful times was when I was out there in LA. Because LA lived by a whole different code, man. Like, you could be a Crip and gang and another Crip, and y'all trying to kill each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm out there in the real South Central with former bangers. Even though they like, Larry, you got the pass. Like, man, if you ever need anything, I said, nah, man, I ain't gonna never need anything. I pray I will never need anything, But they showed me a lot of love, showed me a lot of respect, but they was all out there hollering, let's go Trump. Let's go Uncle Trump. So, shoot, okay, y'all show me some love, baby, because I need this protection. That's just what it is. I respect y'all hood. Even when they shot the movie Training Day, Imperial Projects out there, they had to get a pass. They had to pay those people.
That's why Bones was in that movie.
Yeah.
That's why he had a part in that movie.
That stuff is real out there. Like, and I'm seeing this. Like, and one time when I was in Indy, when I went to Chicago, it was This was 2002. So that was my first time going to the Cabrini Green.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen nothing like this here. Like, and the girl had told me, like, Larry, when you coming, you gotta call me. Like, they really got people on top of the rooftops. People with assault rifles. Got people with binoculars. I had to tell them what type of car I was driving. It's like, man, Chicago is a whole different other animal too. And hell, they pretty much ran us out of Chicago. Like the lady, when we was campaigning for Trump, the lady came there and went live on Facebook and did a hood call. Can't say like, come up and blast these fools. They up here campaigning for Trump. Come blast them. Like she really did a hood call.
Like Macy Gray in Training Day.
Bruh, Lord, so be it if I'm lying, I'm telling you the
just
truth.
saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's just like that. And people don't know it. So, but it was a real triple OG came out. But he messed with Trump. He liked Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And he just broke it down to me. He's like, man, listen, like, dude, it's best that y'all go ahead and move around, but I'm gonna let people know that, hey, y'all all right. But I can tell you one thing, definitely before 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, y'all best to be moved. Like,
by the way, go ahead.
And so you got to respect that. And like, hey man, I respect that. I appreciate that. You know, hey, I'm trying to go home. I ain't trying to go home in a pine box. I know how this game go. Like, I respect y'all, Turf.
And we got to run. We got to go do our photo shoot. But just real quick, did you see Harrio on The Breakfast Club?
No, I missed that.
Oof. And he not only to explain why he's for Trump, and the way he explained to, honestly, I like Trump, but this is all the stuff he did. He met me in the hood in Oakland to work. And the energy was a little different when they had Laura Trump and some other people on there. Energy was really different with Harrio.
I bet you it wasn't no foolery.
Nope. Harrio.
Dude, everything is about how you present yourself. They know a real man, like with a real G. Like, it's just certain things. Like, and Harrio.
Yeah, no. You got to watch that. I mean,
I'm going to watch it. Like, it's like, man, the energy.
And you know what
people,
they did too?
What's that?
They held on to that interview for 2 weeks. They didn't air it till I think the day of the election. They had that interview for about 2 weeks.
That's
not saying they didn't. They could have, I like The Breakfast Club. Don't agree with some of the stuff that they
some of those people that, man,
they were
it's like
disrespectful to Congressman Donalds when he was on there. But
because see, the thing is with they just need checking.
Yeah,
like even when Birdman was on there, when it was funny because they say, man, you gonna put some respect on my name.
Yeah.
You can't play with people, man, because your reputation, 48 laws of power. You guard it with your life. I know I guard mine with my life because that's my name. It might not be big to anyone else, but it's big to me.
Mm-hmm.
And don't mess up who I am or whatever. So, and those people, the same type of people that be on The View, like, they like to hit below the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And some people just let them do it. And like, it's okay. Me, if I was married, you're not going to say nothing about my wife. You're not going to say nothing about my children. You're not going to say nothing about my mother. You can say whatever you want about me. Come at me. You could say whatever, and I'm cool with it because I'm not going to disrespect you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to talk about your family. I'm not going to do none of that stuff. We just going to talk like men. And then if you want to get on to some other stuff, okay, then I see where we're going. So forget everything else. Let's go ahead and what you own, I'm on too. Bingo. And then most of the time, they don't want them problems.
No.
They don't be wanting them problems.
Okay. On that note, we're going to end it. We got to run. We got to back in studio Friday. And then next week, we'll announce where we're going to be doing a podcast. Pretty excited about that. But nice.
Yeah, man. Hey, and what's up with this check food, man? Like, damn, how long I got to wait? Big boy hungry.
I think probably, I'd say between Friday and Sunday, you probably will be having to check.
Well,
It's
Friday,
Wednesday.
I will be leaving to Tallahassee.
Well,
I won't be back till I'm leaving.
what time are you leaving Friday?
On a jet plane.
What time are you leaving Friday?
I don't know yet.
'Cause we got a show Friday at noon.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
I will be
got a
here for
big
the show. I will
Okay.
be here for the show.
Maybe we'll get a check food delivery to the studio on
Now
Friday.
that works too.
That's possible.
And I can eat it
Stay
right.
tuned for that.
I can eat it right here on the show and let y'all know if it's good or
You
not.
know what? Great idea. I think we'll do that Friday. I know Petra or might know someone else that could maybe bring by a check. There's got a couple people I could hit up. That
Your mother.
True.
I'm pretty sure she got a whole lot of experience.
She do. And if you want, okay. Friday, Larry Love will try check food live on air. You'll do your Anthony Bourdain. You could break it down. So stay tuned for that. Next show, Larry Love will officially try official check food. Not check candies, but real check food.
Waiting on my check candies, too. Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Next time.
All right, we got to run.